Hello, it's Empress LuxAse. Please like and subscribe. Thank you to those that already do. If you like exclusive content, check out my Patreon and the member section on YouTube. So this is part 2 to the Chrisean and Blueface Karma for 2026. Because there's a lot of details, so I thought I would give. In the first portion, I talk a lot about Junior and what I'm seeing the situation leading up to for him. So that's definitely going to be more so on Patreon. It's more in details with that. This is a focus more so on Chrisean and Blueface, and I'm gonna do a video for YouTube, a small video, but the extended version will be on Patreon as well. But the bulk of what I was saying about Junior is just over there on Patreon because he's a baby. So like I was saying, just to reiterate, for Blueface and Chrisean 2026, Spirit, God, Jesus, is the universe is saying it's enough. So you guys created all this mess for views, for clout, for money. Now there's a need to be silent, to be quiet. And I'm wondering, I went over on the legal possibilities on Patreon too, and how that could play out. But I also get for 2026 silence, like being quiet. And is that going to be legally a legal reason behind that quietness? I went into the different reasons how that could play out. But overall, I'm seeing all that they be doing, something that's going to slow down. If not all of that's going to slow down. And we also just may not see Junior a lot on social media and that type of thing. So I did go into the different scenarios with that situation, I'll say. So like I was saying in the first part, 2026 is all about accountability and not putting on a show, not about the circus. So either the court of public opinion could go quiet, or something about these two, or the baby goes silent because of the Saturn and Neptune and Pisces. It won't let Blueface or Chrisean hide from the mess that's going on behind the scenes. We only getting a taste of some of the stuff. It's a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes, and there will be a lot of more other stuff going on behind the scenes. So Chrisean Rock, what her karma may look like in 2026. She has a Saturn in Pisces, Neptune crossing over her natal planet, and it's loosely based because I don't have her time of birth. Then she has Jupiter in Cancer. That's going to have an effect on her in summer. And then, I feel like her karmic lesson overall would be stop conflating pain with love. Learn to love yourself. Have self-love. Actually realize what self-love is, what real love is. And stop associating pain with love. And learn that her being loud isn't the same as being heard. No hate, no shade, no tea, but a certain type of woman could walk in the room and their presence speaks volume. They don't have to be the loudest one in the room. It's just certain things about certain women, when they walk in the room, you hear them without them having to speak. So her lesson for 2026 is to humble herself. She's gonna have to humble herself, and she could possibly have to start over. If not, she could spiral, like really crash out. Like really, really spiral and crash out. So, the message from Spirit for her, and I already spoke about that in the first video, I believe, for YouTube. This should have never been about fame for her. It should have been about breaking generational curses, and she has detoured from her path. Is she going to get it together by 2026? We will have to wait and see. Blueface, where his karma is in 2026, just based off the planetary alignments with his Pluto possibly being in Aquarius, squaring his Taurus Leo placements, his power is going to be stripped away. His power is going to be stripped away. So I'm wondering, is he could possibly get in more legal trouble, or the power he had or thought he had, he's not going to no longer have it. Then the Saturn and Neptune in Pisces talks about the behind the scenes stress. And as much as I don't care for Blueface, studying his chart, I kept seeing stress being highlighted, and he needed to really get that checked out because he has some indicators that could go into some other stuff. But I'll go to more details behind that on Patreon. Then he will have Jupiter squaring his natal Saturn Uranus. his ego getting bruised. I'm going to go in more details. The karmic lesson for him is having to use logic to avoid emotion that won't save him. He needs to learn integrity or be forced to face it through a loss. The spiritual message for him is you were given an influence to protect and not exploit. So your soul must repay the cost because of your actions and what you did. And for me, I'm wondering, is he going to come out still doing the same thing, have the same antics, especially when it comes to Junior? Because the reason why he was sent to prison was for him to learn some lessons. So we're going to have to wait and see if he really learned his lessons. Like, I've been doing his charts. He does seem like he may be mature. But how is he going to handle the situation with Junior? We're going to see. So, just based off the cosmic patterns, 2023, 2025 would have been about a lot of scandal exposure, ego battles. 2026 is giving isolation, legal restraints, possibly karmic debt needing to be paid, karmic debt owed. 2027 and beyond, one of them is going to rise through healing while the other will fade into oblivious, just fade. And that ultimately depends on the choices that they made in 2026. So that's why I say 2026 is the year of karma. Things are going to, you're going to have some lessons to learn, and it's lessons they should have already learned, but, you know, people are slow to face the truth. So just in summary, 2026 Chrisean, she's going to have to face herself, not the camera. Blueface is going to have to learn that his silence is not going to block karma. It's not going to block karma coming his way. And if you've been following me, I keep saying this guy has some more stuff coming his way. So now, are they going to evolve or dissolve? It would depend on them and whether they could take final responsibility for the reality they co-created, especially with matters dealing with Junior. The court definitely could get involved. I did see indicators with that too. Now, I already spoke about that. I pulled some tarot cards on that situation as well. Now, for the tarot cards, I got the Tower. So we know the Tower reverse. Specifically, this is for Chrisean Rock spread. So the Tower reverse talks about rebuilding. Sometimes they can indicate imprisonment energy, but overall it's like rebuilding. So the thing for that is it's time for her to rebuild the ruins without clearing the debris. So if she's going to continue resisting this full collapse, then she's still going to be clinging to toxic patterns or environments. Or maybe some sort of PR stunt or a music project or another false relationship, false relationship or friendship, which she tends to do that. She'll pop up with a new dude. Now, and this is for 2026 energy. Now, also the reverse Tower could mean spiritual breakdowns too that are internal, which could be depression, regret, or her self-isolating. Remember, I keep seeing silence too for 2026. But this is energy around she knows what she's supposed to do, but she isn't ready to let go yet. So spiritual message, and this goes back to, if you follow me on YouTube, which I hope you do, the message that Spirit sent to me, it was it came out in one of the extended Patreon prediction video, the biblical passage around the burning bush. So I'm still getting that passage. And the spiritual message as far as 2026 energy is still carrying on. So I don't know why I keep getting fire scenarios, but spiritually for 2026 is like you survived fire, but are you still standing in the ashes? God will turn your pain into your pain. He could turn it around. But if you still going to be standing in it, then that means it looks like to God and Spirit you want to be in that situation, right? That's what I would think. Now, she had the Queen of Cups. That's, very Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. The Queen of Cups is the mother energy. This talks about softness is strength. We see her being very masculine a lot. So this represents there's possibly going to be some sort of real healing available, or she's going to need to really heal in 2026. So this could be like therapy, even motherhood being highlighted, or therapy because you're a mother, or her intuitive gifts strengthening. This also could show her reclaiming emotional control, setting boundaries, or learning to love from a place of peace rather than pain. So if she continues on that spiritual path, she could evolve into a healer, a mother figure, or creative leader. And going back to Runny Doe's chart, he was going to be moving into that energy too. So it's like a lot of mirroring, whether she stays in that path between her and running with that the spiritual path and evolving into a healer. Now, I don't know why, but I keep getting like a grandmother or a feminine energy watching over her and Junior. So maybe it's someone from her side, possibly. And they're trying to help her reach her dreams, and they could be connecting to her two dreams as well. So in the readings I just did, I got her getting a lot of paranormal activity from Ronnie, but it could be somebody else too that's trying to help her, that's more so like an ancestor. The last card for her I got was the Two of Swords. So this is just my energy from this was like, you can't pray and avoid at the same time. How are you praying for a solution but you're still trying to avoid the solution? So I feel like Chrisean is going to have to face a major choice in 2026. Are you going to stay in the drama, or are you going to choose peace? And if so, you're going to lose access to the attention that fed your ego. So if she delays this decision, which I feel like she's delaying it now, Saturn will make her, that placement is going to make the decision for her. Saturn is the teacher. It teaches the lessons that you don't necessarily want to learn, but it's required. So she's going to have to make a big choice. Now for Blueface, the tarot card, the first card I got for him was the Devil. It was the upright position. This talks about his vices are not necessarily his personality. You know, the Devil is toxicity. It also has Capricorn energy, and studying his chart, he actually has possible Capricorn placements.